Man, they got a piano for sale. Dude, honestly, I'm not going to lie. This thing is, if it goes down, Goodwill has a sale. And I might get it if it goes down a little bit more.
It's like a upright piano?
Yeah.
Upright piano, though, it's like you got to get that moved in. And then once you move it, every time you move it, like every year, you got to pay a guy to come tune it.
Really?
Yeah, those things, especially like the cheaper ones that you see at Goodwill, those things have been like, around the block.
Should I just do it might be $100, so I just thought it'd be cool to have.
People give away pianos for free.
Wow.
That's almost like getting a big TV, where it's like it's such a pain in the ass that most people would just be like, here, take it, because I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, I got one moving job one time, and I showed up, and the guy just left it out like it was no big deal. Well, you ask how many boxes, how many numbers of boxes, how big are the boxes, how much do they weigh. I've learned to ask all those questions. What size bed is it? Is there a box spring? And I even had people measure like the elevator door and the box spring before you show up. You want to know everything.
Right, yeah.
This guy, he goes, oh, yeah, and he knew what he was doing. He was like, oh, yeah, oh, and I forgot there's a piano, too, in another apartment. We just got to grab that real quick.
Wow.
I'm like, dude, I said, okay, I'm going upstairs.
Piano is like you got to hire a whole separate crew for that. It's like moving a pool table.
Yeah, what's the difference between the piano that has a real big back and the piano that's only a foot deep?
The foot deep one, it's a upright piano. So that's like the cheaper version that you see in you watch like a cowboy movie.
Yeah.
Somebody kicks through the door and there's a guy playing honky tonk piano.
So
grand piano is like what you see at like a concert hall. That's like the big one with like the strings and stuff.
And the top lifts. So
yeah.
I'm thinking, okay, this guy's got an upright piano. We'll both grab it, move it down the steps. It's like fucking grand piano, dude.
Even an upright, you're not actually picking it up. That is a wheel situation.
Yeah, and
even the grand piano, it's like that's the kind of shit where they gotta move it out the window with like a crane.
That's what I was gonna say. You ever meet people that won't give up? So this dude's on the 4th floor, and he's looking at the windows, and he gets his window open. And I'm looking at this dude. I'm like, buddy, I'm not. He's like, wait, there's a hardware store. If I give you like $20, can you get some rope? I'm just
my God.
How do people like this? How are they in society?
Well, I guarantee you that piano is worth like $200.
Wow.
This is just like a sentimental thing where he's like, he spent that much time moving it in. So he's like, I'm not letting it go now. Right. This is like, it's a sunk cost fallacy at that point.
Did I ever tell you about
you don't want to buy a fucking piano for this place? Come on.
I ever tell you the one that I had where I had to cut the dude's couch? The whole time, I'm not that bright, so I'm thinking maybe this dude refinishes upholstery. He was so confident in telling me I could just cut the couch. So I cut it, and then we show up to the next job, and he's like, all right, well, hey, you got to put the couch back together. I'm like, buddy, I don't know anything about that.
Wow.
He's like,
I only know the first part.
Yeah. I'm like, you're the one that told me to cut it.
Wow.
I'm over here sawing a couch.
But even that's like a thing where there's like a guy named like the couch doctor.
Right.
Those are like famous guys in Manhattan who like they know how to slice it up and they like it's like a jigsaw puzzle. But yeah, regular couch. Once it's cut, it's cut.
Well,
now you got 2 couches.
Yeah, this guy's telling me, he goes, no, it's all right. You cut it down the center. It's easy. I do it all the time.
Wow.
And that's the thing when you lie. I'm like, hey, buddy, you said you do this all the time.
Right, yeah. You had nothing to gain by lying about this.
Right.
Yeah, we're going to cut the couch.
You told me to cut it. Wow. You're my boss. I got to listen to you. I've had so many weird ones when people didn't want to give up on moves. That's what pisses me off the most. I told you this one girl, dude, I paid her to hire somebody else.
Right.
I said, look, I just can't. I'm not going to do it.
Well, it's like the moving day. They don't realize until they're already 6 hours into the day. And so at that point, it's like they can't even, their brain's fried at that point. I had a girl just straight up start crying.
Yeah.
She's just in the next room just crying, like yelling on the phone, complaining to her friend, like, oh, this guy's an idiot.
Wow.
It's like, what do you want me to do? You said 6 bags.
Yeah, she blamed you.
We've been here all day. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got a bad review and everything.
If only she knew how smart you were.
Well, if only she knew how many bags she actually had. She thought, oh, it's only going to be 6 bags. And then you get there and it's like, technically, if you had gigantic bags, you could fit these into 6 bags. But it's like, no, we're on the top floor. This is going to take all day long.
I had one middle-aged woman, and she was flirting with me hard. I knew something was up. I'm like, why is this girl flirting with me so hard? This is not normal. And then we get to the end, and she's like, well, you're not going to charge me the whole move. We had fun, didn't we? I'm thinking, fun? I carried 60 boxes of books up a 6th-floor walk-up. I had zero fun doing it. And then here's the other thing. People try to see how much they could fit in each box. It's like, that doesn't help anything. You know how long it takes me to move one box?
You want multiple boxes.
One moving job, I had to get a dolly, dude. I got it from the basement downstairs. And this girl she's like, well, since you used a dolly, shouldn't it be less? I'm like, what's that got to do with you? I still got the job done quicker.
Wow.
It's like anybody to save $1. She's like, yeah, but it wasn't really hard because you used a dolly. I'm like, okay, well, why didn't you fucking do it with a dolly? Your boxes weighed 100 pounds each.
Wow.
I told you I had the one dude I showed up. This was crazy move job. And this girl cussed me out for being so small. She wouldn't even let me do the move job. She canceled. This is back when TaskRabbit mattered. She was like measuring me and her 14-year-old son, and he's taller than me.
Wow, he's making you go back to back?
Yeah, and I'm like, look, what's the difference? I'm like, why don't you have him do the move then? Why are you hiring me?
Yeah, look at my legs. I got strong legs.
She's like, you need a crew. Where's your crew? It's like, you got me.
I have a low center of gravity.
Yeah. And these people are paying $100 an hour.
Yeah.
They'd always tell me, hey, I had a question about your price because I actually just called U-Haul and it's only $19.95 for the van for an hour. How come you cost $100 an hour?
Wow.
I'm like, hey, I'm just going to cancel the move. That's when they freak out.
Yep.
Back in the day, you couldn't find movers. I mean, now it's completely oversaturated with everybody. You can't compete with the moving. People will move whole apartments for $300 now.
Right.
But back in the day, dude, on moving day, you could not find a mover.
Yeah, everybody moves on the same day. Everybody moves on the first. So it's like that one day, it's like unless you have something lined up. That's why you, as a mover, you had some power. Because it's like if you leave, this person just is straight up stuck.
Yeah, I'd set my thing the same day and do $300 an hour.
Yeah.
But dude, the best was doing apartments, hiring a helper, and moving apartments. That because TaskRabbit, I learned I'm moving these apartments. I'm lucky to make $500-$600 moving a 2-bedroom. I started just saying the price of the apartments: 1 bedroom $1,500, 2 bedroom $2,500.
Right.
And dude, it's like I was like, holy fuck! I told you one day I made like $5,000.
Yeah. Those were the days.
Now it's all dead and said and done. I mean, I don't know. I see those comics moving people all the time for that purple moving company. I forgot, Piece of Cake.
Yeah.
I see them on the streets, dude. These comics got to be making some money, man. Nobody ever wants to tell you what they're making.
Right. Yeah. Oh, even that kind of job, though, it's like that is like it's seasonal work. That's not like that's a gig that you do a few days a month.
Well, Piece of Cake mover stays pretty busy though. I mean, that's like the #1 moving company. I wouldn't be surprised if you could do that year round, a few days a month.
Oh yeah.
Cause you see them trucks in the wintertime.
You don't want to get back into doing that though.
Well, my problem is,
you're going to the gym.
My back was already hurt, and I couldn't hit the gym I took 3 days off the gym.
But it's like now, it's like you can't be like going to the gym and moving.
Right.
That's too much. You're gonna pull something.
Is. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You know where I'm going. I know where I'm going to go. I don't want to, but you know those cruise ships are calling. They're fucking really... Dude, I mean, these ones that they throw me that are a day and a half, I'd be stupid not to take. I could have just made $2,000 in a day and a half.
Damn.
I'm just going to do that and fast on the damn ship. Or do protein shakes or something.
You'll figure it out. It's only a couple days.
If I can get through a couple days, it's no problem.
Yeah. You eat some, bring some beef jerky or something.
Florida to the Bahamas, I'll deal with for $2,000.
You got to wait until it cools down a little bit.
Yeah,
right now it's going to be like 100 something down there.
Yeah.
So maybe in the fall, once it gets a little bit of a breeze.
Do you think it makes me a bitch? I put a big post saying that I quit and fucking... I can't believe you can't even quit. But if the comics say anything, I'm going to say, yeah, dude, I needed the money.
You don't quit.
Right.
Yeah, this is just like, it's like quitting being like a stripper or something.
Yeah,
you can always pick it up if you want to do it.
Yeah. Pick up a couple of shifts.
Yeah.
Well, after a while.
I mean, they need guys, clearly. So it's like, and you can do the job. That's not the question.
And I miss the stage time over anything. That's the only thing I miss about it.
Right.
You're doing 3.5 hours of comedy in front of 500 to 1,500 people.
And now you got the new camera.
Yeah.
You got new clips you're trying to do. It's like it makes sense. It's not a complete left turn move for you.
What do I say when these comics go, yeah, I thought you quit?
Who gives a fuck? You don't have to say anything.
Right.
You're not there. They're not your boss. You're hired by the cruise ship. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're good at doing that, dude. I don't know. I can't just shut off like and not respond to somebody.
Just say just make something up. Say I have cancer and see if they, yeah. What? Respond to that. Yeah, motherfucker, I got lung cancer. I got 3 months to live. What's your excuse?
Now you fuck.
Yeah, right. Now you pull out a knife. Let's dance.
Yeah.
You can't let people bully you around.
I'm sick of letting people bully me.
You get bullied around too much.
You think it's my height?
Not only do you get bullied, you're getting bullied right now in your head.
Yeah.
You haven't even seen them yet.
Right.
They haven't even bullied you. That's how far they're in your head.
Yeah, I'm bullying myself.
You're making up a situation and you're reacting to it at the same time. And it's like both of those things are optional. You don't actually have to do it.
I went to I've been going to some theater, dude, seeing some pretty cool plays. I went to Caveat, and they got these this thing where they have a professional give a speech, and then they have a comic go up and improv it.
Yeah.
Anyways, this person did a speech about alcohol, drugs, and sex, and they said the people that have trouble getting girls, it has to do with like some fucking peptide in their brain, like an NPR type shit, it's called, or NPR, some shit like that. They did it in fruit flies. And people with low NPR, women reject them, and they're naturally prone to alcohol.
I don't buy this.
Really?
No.
You think she just made it up?
This is like 2 degrees separate from like Andrew Tate shit.
She was a doctor.
Lots of people are doctors. that doesn't mean anything. But it's like this is the kind of science where the reason this kind of science works is because guys like you hear it and thinks that it makes sense.
Well, as soon as somebody says they're a doctor, I just think they're right.
Well, have you ever met doctors who are wrong? It happens all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. This is like lots of people can call themselves a doctor, especially for a situation like that, because all they got to do is just say something that sounds kind of true, and then people just eat it up. Especially if it's like people get into like psychology shit. This
right.
is like all that Andrew Tate stuff.
Yeah, neuroscience.
Low-level neuroscience, hypnotism kind of stuff. And they throw a bunch of fancy words at you, and next thing you know, Joe Rogan's just nodding his head. It's like, oh, yeah, this is true. It was in a medical journal.
Well, those neuroscientists really believe the shit they're saying because I dated one.
All those neuroscientists, I mean, like any neuroscientist who would go on a podcast, who would go on stage at a comedy club or a theater, they're clearly not doing real science, or they'd be busy doing science.
Yeah.
This is like Neil deGrasse Tyson. It's like, how about you go do some actual science instead of just talking?
I'm a big fan of Neil. What do you think about him?
He's not a real scientist because he's not doing real science. All he does is fucking podcast all day. It's like if he was actually like in the field with test tubes and microscopes and shit, he'd be doing it. You got to be, this is an actual job that you do. You don't just talk about it.
I got a friend that for 20 years he studied rats and he had some breakthrough with like Alzheimer's and he traveled the world giving speeches, but then that was it. Like now he's got to have another breakthrough, I guess.
That's bad. You got to go back to the drawing board. You got to invent some new shit.
Wouldn't you think you finally made it? You traveled the whole world. It's like comics.
Made what?
Yeah.
What, do you think they're just going to keep giving you money because you did something before?
Yeah, I guess I would have thought so.
Who's giving you this much money though? It's like, once the thing's done, you always think, someday my life's gonna change and everything's gonna be okay. It's like, no, you always got to work. You always got to be doing shit. But it's like if you're a scientist, it's just like being a comedian. Some guys do comedy for 20 years and then they stop doing comedy and then they just talk about comedy.
Right.
For the next 20 years, they're just giving you advice. So I've been doing comedy for the last 40 years. It's like, no, you haven't.
Dude,
if you were doing it, you'd be doing it.
I can't stand all these podcasts of comics I haven't seen with a comedy clip or I haven't seen them do anything, and they're talking about how influencers aren't real comedians. Like, I get influencers aren't, like, but there is a lot of comedians that are influencers now. But it's like, they're like, yeah, in our day, that's not what you did. And it's like, yeah, dude, you still haven't did anything. You're 20 years away from
maybe he did. Maybe he had actually been working this whole time, but it doesn't mean you know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
this is just you. This is a completely separate skill that you're doing right now compared to the actual thing. But that's what gets dangerous is once this person starts giving medical advice. Once they start throwing science at you, then you start actually like believing it.
If
you listen to that fucking doctor at Caveat for long enough, guarantee you, end of the show, if you hang around, she's going to try to sell you something.
Yeah, I was just going to say
the pills are coming out.
Dude, my buddy sells medical supplies. He's rich, dude. Got a 46 square foot house in Ohio.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, he goes, man, you just got to sell these doctors. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And he goes, you got to give them something that they could sell.
Yeah, that's how people get hooked on Oxy. All these, pharmaceutical reps are just showing up, giving you tickets to the Giants game and saying, hey, just try a couple of these pills.
My
Next
buddy's-
thing you know, crisis.
My buddy Skinny back home, his name's Skinny. Oh, we just call him that. He got in trouble because, dude, everybody he knew was on Oxys. His dad, his mom, his brother. So he was like, he seen an opportunity to make some money. He was working at McDonald's.
Right.
And he goes, dude, I know what I'm going to do. He started dating this girl he met at a bar. She worked at a doctor's office. And he got her to give him the prescription slips. I guess it was that easy back then. He just scribbled some fucking Oxy prescription.
Yep.
And he would get it. I can't believe it
and
was
you go
that
to like
easy.
10 different pharmacies and you wait in line with a bunch of guys.
Well, what happens can you just print out a script? Are they caught on to that shit now?
I think these days there's computers and stuff. They actually a lot of that stuff is like the laws actually started kicking in eventually. But there was a whole decade of time where it was just free for all.
Yeah, he told me he made $60,000 in 2 months. He bought a pink BMW, and a cop pulled him over. I guess the same girl, he broke up with her because he started getting another hustle going, and she got mad. She called the cops. She's like, he's a drug dealer in a pink BMW, and the cops got him. He had to do 6 years.
See, this is the Goodfellas thing that happens again and again. They tell you we're doing this heist. Lufthansa heist, the biggest airport heist in history. Don't buy anything.
Right.
They tell you don't buy anything. Don't get the fucking mink coat. Don't get the coat for your girlfriend. Everybody says, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to play it smart. Next thing you know, pink Cadillac.
Yep.
And next thing you know, cops pulling you over and they're asking you where you got it.
He bought a pink BMW and a house. Back on the south side, you used to be able to buy houses for like $20,000.
People just can't help it.
I would be that guy.
You can't, but it's just like you got to spend it slow. You got to have a plan for where the next check's going to come from. It's like everybody thinks that whatever they're doing is just going to continue forever.
Honestly, you buy some camera equipment, probably be the slowest way to spend it.
I mean, especially if all you're making is cash, then that stuff can't even touch the bank. So it's like all you can really do at that point is almost like you buy TVs on Facebook Marketplace or something.
You know what I never understood? I thought you could put like $1,000 a day in the bank before it gets hot.
Everything's hot. If they're looking for you and you got no source of income, it's like the red flags are going to start kicking in.
You got to buy like a pizza shop.
Yeah, exactly. You got to launder the money. And at that point, you're getting 60 cents on the dollar. So it's like, there's no free lunch.
Yeah, I seen one thing with these scammers with these cell phones. He got caught because it got all tied to a bodega. They were like, why is there 160 cell phones?
Registered to one guy.
Yeah. It's crazy, dude. I guess you always think you can get away with shit.
See, everybody, that's the thing, is that there is somewhere in that crime, in that chain, where one guy said to another guy, don't worry about it. I got it figured out.
Yeah, it's always
somebody
confidence.
Somebody just didn't do their homework, and they just believed somebody who they shouldn't have believed.
Well, it's the guy that makes you feel like you're a pussy. He'll be like, dude, what are you fucking, you're scared of that, dude?
Yeah,
what are you,
exactly.
crazy?
Yeah, you scared to make money?
I've been doing this for 20 years.
Yeah. The second somebody tells you how long they've been doing something as justification for how qualified they are, something's going wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If somebody tells you I've been doing comedy for 50 years, therefore you should do this, this, and this. It's like, no, you don't know what you're talking about. The fact that you've been doing it this long is why I shouldn't listen to you. Because if you actually knew what you were talking about, you wouldn't be talking to me.
Nobody has more money schemes than like your cousin that's locked up doing a 3-year bid.
Nobody's more confident than the fucking criminal.
Right.
Than the scammer. Yeah.
Yeah, I had one buddy back in the day. He almost talked me into it too, dude. I was so stupid back. I was so broke too. But he found a $30,000 guitar. It was like some famous guy's guitar. And we were going to break in this guitar center. I mean, we timed it out and everything.
Right.
But I got a police scanner before. And, dude, there was cops everywhere in the neighborhood.
Right.
And he's like all telling me, he goes, nah, dude, the thing is we run through the woods. They'll never catch us. I'm like, dude, we're going to just end up on the other side of the street.
Plus, what do you even do with that guitar after you have it?
That's the problem. How would we have sold it?
Yeah, exactly. It's a one-of-a-kind guitar.
It was a signed guitar by like...
come on.
Yeah, somebody from like Blink 182 or something.
It's like that's a one-of-a-kind thing.
Yeah.
So it's not, they're gonna know. Someone's going to ask where it's from.
Yeah, dude. My dad called me. He's like, son, why do you have bolt cutters in the trunk of your car?
Oh, wow.
You know, I watch
Dad,
all
I'm
these...
going to be a thief.
I watch...
My friend says he has a plan.
Yeah, and here goes the thing.
100% going to work.
I was 19. He was 17. I should have been the leader, but he was taller than me.
Right. That'll do it. Confidence. Yeah. Whoever has more confidence in a situation is always going to be the winner.
It really is.
Yeah.
We got arrested for stealing cell phones, and dude, I ended up... That's how I caught my felony.
Right.
It was over $1,000 in crime, and he wouldn't take the hit halfway with me.
Oh, man.
I'm like, dude, if we each take the hit, it's $500 a person.
Yeah.
It won't be a felony charge.
That's the game right there.
Yep.
Yeah. And you see your boy Luigi Mangione.
Dude, I keep seeing shit trending.
He
no
pled
shit.
guilty. Yeah, he's going to jail. He admitted to the crime. He pled guilty to stalking or something.
They
right?
threw him a deal. So wait, he pled guilty to stalking and not murder?
Well, stalking is like it's somehow involved in murder. It's like a lesser crime. I think the reason he took a plea case because it's like he's going to avoid death penalty and like I think he's not going to. I think they're taking life in prison off the table for him.
So he's only doing 20 years.
I don't know. He's going to do a lot. I mean, for a high-profile case like this, but clearly it's like there must have been a good, or else he wouldn't have taken a deal. You know, I imagine if you're taking a plea deal, they must have offered him something good. Because also the prosecution's case wasn't really that great either. So it's like I think there was both sides just figured out this is not worth fighting.
See what they do all the time. If you follow back on this case, I bet you in 7 years he'll be getting out. Like they make it sound like they'll be like, "Oh, you're doing 20 years," but then
good behavior.
They do an appeal.
He's gonna like go to prison and like become a priest or something.
Do you think he'll go to real prison though?
Oh yeah, going to murder prison.
I mean, level 5.
Federal, like he's got a federal charge. I think he pled guilty to the federal charge. I think, and then there's like also a state charge. So it's like this dude is. He's going to real jail.
You know, he's still, no matter how you look at the end of the day, he's 5'5" and he's cute. He's going to be somebody's bitch. That's just the way it goes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe just because, like, he is, like, a well-known guy, maybe he'll put him in protective custody. But that's definitely not a guy who probably should be in prison.
I mean, yeah, it's going to be a problem.
Doesn't look like he's going to do good for him.
I knew a few people, dude. I knew a guy, man. And, you know, it's crazy. My buddy loves to always bring it up. He's like, he did 10 years. Tell him what happens. What happens if you're not stronger than your cellmate? Because he got drunk. He confessed to, like, he used to have to wash people's underwear and shit like that.
Right, yeah.
You know, that's what keeps me out of prison. Anytime I think I can get away with it, I remember, what if you don't? You know? Right.
Yeah. I keep seeing all these TikTok videos. There's an account where there's a guy who posts videos where the inmates are on like their it's like their little like tablet phone thing.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like they're like talking, but it's like kind of low quality video. It's just like them talking into an iPad, and there you see on the side like when they went to prison and when they're getting out. When they're getting out, it's like in 200 years.
That's insane.
It's like, yeah, I'm getting out 2176 or something.
It actually shows you that.
Yeah.
My brother did 30 days in jail, and honestly, I think it helped him out a ton.
30 is probably the sweet spot.
Yeah.
It's just long enough to feel like you probably, like, you do some thinking, and then you're done.
Well, I think he just needed time away from all the bullshit, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Like, honestly, dude, I know a dude that checks himself in a psych ward every 6 months because his family's nuts.
Right. Yeah, sometimes you just need some peace and quiet.
Yeah.
Although I don't think that's really what you're getting in prison.
Well, he was in jail. I mean, I think jail's a different situation.
Right. I think jail is actually worse.
Really?
Because jail is like people don't know how to act. Prison, it's like I'm stuck with these guys forever. So it's like, you know, I think people are more calm.
He'd have those jail calls, dude. I'd feel so bad when I missed it. Like, if you're busy, you're like, oh, fuck, I got to catch it.
Oh, yeah.
I want to get my
Even
cousin.
then, though, it's like if you're the guy who's in jail, can you be that mad that someone didn't pick up?
I mean, I don't know if you'd be mad, but it's like, yeah, I got to talk to him.
It's like we got to have a time. You got to tell me to clear off 5 p.m. and I'll be ready for it. But it's like I can't just pick up any time.
I only hear from my cousin. I got a cousin on drugs real bad in Detroit. I only hear from him when he is in jail.
Oh, yeah.
And, bro, the thing is, he gets drugs in jail. He gets them out of jail. I can't send him money. His brother overdosed. His dad overdosed. It's like, if I were to send somebody money and then they how would you feel? You send somebody $20, then they die. It's crazy.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, he'd always call me.
Kid's got to find Jesus.
That's what the thing is. He calls me, he tells me, he goes, don't do drugs. You got to read the Bible. He's yelling.
Yeah. That's what all those videos, I'm telling you, that's what all those videos are. It's a guy who's like, I guess you just got all day. So you start talking to yourself in your head. And next thing you know, he's telling kids not to go to jail, but he's doing it in like a very angry way.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, what the fuck? I didn't do anything. Why you mad at me?
You're the one.
This dude is like pacing back and forth, like spitting into the camera.
I can't stand those people that just preach about the Bible, but they don't really follow it. Me and you made a video about my buddy. Remember, he ripped me off for $2,200. All he does is post about the Bible.
Right.
He hit me up about the video, too. He's like, why would you post that? It's like, dude, give me the $2,000.
Hey, judge not, lest ye be judged.
Yeah, you see somebody buys a new truck for $50,000, knowing they owe you.
Let he who has not sinned.
Yeah.
There's too many. Here's the problem with the Bible: is there's lots of good stuff, but there's too many little tricks. Where if you really want to pull it out, you can pull it out.
Yeah.
It's like wasn't Jesus friends with the lowlifes and the thieves? How can you judge me? And it's like, I'm judging you because you just fucking stole my bike.
Yeah, you stole $2,000 from me, you fuck.
Yeah.
I don't care what
you're going to hell.
Yeah, John 3:16. Okay.
Oh yeah, thou shalt not steal.
Yeah.
How about that? Yeah.
Bible's real deep in AA, man. AA people.
Oh yeah,
dude,
absolutely.
I can't even go to AA because there's this dude in my neighborhood. There's one over here. I went. Dude, you know how I had that problem with Tank at the gym? I went to AA. I got another guy.
No, the Tank?
Yeah, but this is a tall, white, handsome fella, like real well dressed.
Oh, no.
And, dude, I don't know what it is, dude. I think because I'm short, to be honest with you. People get handsy. He just puts his arm around me.
Yeah.
Dude, so he gave me a 5-minute hug. After AA, because, I'm telling him how I quit, and he asked me about it. I ended up getting sober on my mom's birthday, who passed away, and I didn't realize it. And dude, he's like,
5
come here.
minutes.
Yeah, dude, it was so long of a hug,
oh my
dude.
God.
And I'm right at the dude's nips. And he's just really grasping onto me.
Wow.
I don't know. I just automatically assume everybody's gay. Like me and you, we rarely look each other in the eye. That's a good friendship.
We've ever hugged.
Yeah,
I have no plans.
It's not my thing to hug a friend.
That's not for. Somebody's got to die. But it's
even
like,
then,
this is like. I think with AA, the problem is I think there are some guys who go there for that.
Yeah.
Not in like a gay way, but in just like that's like church to them. They're going to go there and cry.
They need
and they're going to talk
companionship.
about how they're DUI and they killed a guy and they feel sad. And that's where they open up and they like want to. Some people just go there because it's like, my stomach hurts.
Right.
Yeah. I was just like, I kept spending all my money. So you don't have like a sad. You don't have a sad story about why you quit drinking.
Well, this guy was
too much.
This guy was a sex addict, and he was talking about how he picks up hookers and spend all this money on these like Russian hookers for $1,500, and he's like,
oh wow.
He said sometimes I'd feel so guilty they'd call me, I'd just pay them, and I wouldn't even bang them, which I highly doubt. But it's like, yeah, this dude's in there I think he's lying about being a sex addict, just trying to find some women in there.
Wow.
Who knows?
That's the problem, though, with AA is you can't actually – that's not a situation where you can actually criticize him. You can't, like, put your hand on his shoulder and say, buddy, you can't touch me again. You crossed the line. Because he's also in, like, a vulnerable place. Because what if you actually, like, go off on him and then next thing you know, this dude's at the store buying liquor?
Wow.
What if he relapses because he couldn't take the criticism? So it's like, I think those environments, everybody is supposed to be supportive. And everybody's supposed to, like, exchange numbers and, like, call me if you ever want to talk.
Yeah, I gave him a fake number. He called it right on the spot.
Come on.
Dude, I was like, listen, buddy, I'm sorry. I said, I got a lot of problems. And
wow.
I see him in my neighborhood.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I see him 4 times a day.
Yeah, this is supposed to be anonymous.
Yeah. You never want to
You don't even know my last name.
Dude, you never want to go to AA in your neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say that.
Nah, you got to go to like deep Brooklyn.
Yeah, I've been getting
like,
little temptations for, honestly, you know what's crazy? Alcohol, I'm over. It's marijuana, dude. I didn't think marijuana was addicting. I think they changed that shit.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's like, they're spraying it with stuff. But it's like, quitting stuff like that, I think it is almost like it is serious, and you are taking it seriously, and you're committed to it. But you also got to recognize that there are some people who are in it way worse.
Right.
The fact that you and somebody else both have alcohol problems doesn't mean that you got the same problem.
No, you're 100% right.
Some guys where it's like, no, you're fucked up.
Dude, these
you should
guys
probably be in prison, but you pled out so you could do this.
Dude, these guys are really addicted to alcohol. It's all they think about 24/7. But also, it's like, dude, you got to keep in mind, I've been getting blackout drunk for over 20 years. I don't know if they had that many years of drinking under their belt. I mean, I've been getting...
Well, no, but I mean, some guys get blackout drunk and end up in prison.
Yeah.
Some guys get blackout drunk and they wake up and they're bloody or something.
I'd wake up in people's yards or random areas at Times Square.
Yeah, but it wasn't like you weren't drinking by yourself in the house.
Right.
Where you're hiding bottles from yourself and shit. Some guys are doing that.
Now, that's insane.
They're drinking in the morning. You know, so it's like that. There are so many levels to this, to like real problems. And it's like you just got to recognize, I'm not that.
I was a morning drinker. That's what made me really quit. I started waking up and getting drunk. That's when I was like, dude.
You're getting the shakes.
I had whiskey with my eggs one morning. And I was this is not normal. It started with the wine, because wine's a drink you could crack any time. You could be like, because you know me, I wake up at 4 p.m. So
right.
It's like, that's breakfast time to me.
Yeah, siesta.
Yeah, so you have a little wine as soon as you open your eyes. It's not normal.
Siesta, fiesta.
Then you drink for 16 hours that day. Next thing you know, you're breaking in a grocery store.
Right. But I mean, there are some people where it's like really like demon time, where they really like turn evil and start like, you know, hurting other people. Your thing was at least mostly contained to yourself.
And I think
you didn't have a family that you were letting down, and you know.
Yeah, just friends. Well, no, I think I let my family down a little bit with some blackout phone calls, but they should have...
I mean, some people, though, it's like, it's wild, you know.
They should have separate AAs, because there's like a dude that's like a chronic masturbator that was in there.
Oh, yeah.
There's like one girl was in there for lying. It's like there's some weird problems at AA.
I think the problem is, AA and like treatment programs, it is part of like the plea deal. So if you get arrested, you go to court. To avoid going to prison, you can actually just sign up for a program. But it's like there's not enough different programs. So I think everybody just defaults to AA. So you have somebody who's like a workaholic, somebody who's addicted to pills or something, and everybody just gets stuck together.
Well, it's crazy. My Uncle Bill gave me the best advice with quitting. All these people have these different advice things. Like one guy tied a string around his pinky. He's like, this helps me not quit. See, in my mind, I think that's just a reminder you got a problem. My uncle put it the best. He's like, just don't do it again.
Oh, you got to, not only do you got to not do it again, but you got to replace that time with something else.
That's true,
You're going to the gym.
Yeah.
You're doing videos.
I just did a salsa class.
You're doing classes. You can't just be a guy who's white-knuckling it in your apartment, just staring at a wall.
Oh.
That's what you go.
Or a cruise ship.
Well, there's that, but it's like there's some guys who like you can't be the guy who's like I'm gonna quit pizza, but I'm just gonna hang out at the pizza shop. It's like it's gonna be trouble.
Yeah, you know what's crazy too is like these guys that go to the bar and they still hang out at bars and they're sober and do the NAs. I'm like, dude, like the non-alcoholics.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, bro, now
just drink water.
Yeah, I'm also like, hey man, I feel like that's like gonna push you. You're making yourself more tempted. Now, if it's somebody that's clean for 20 years,
spending more money.
Right, you're spending just as much on an NA.
Corona Zero. Yeah.
You're just getting calories. But they'll be telling you, oh, yeah, man, if you need help, I'm going to a meeting after this. It's like, bro, just don't go to the bar. Like, what is at the bar that's that good? I don't like the bar.
Well, there's some people who just don't have another thing to do, where it's like, I'm either going to go to the bar or I'm just going to sit here and be pissed off. So it's like, in that case, I can kind of get it. But it's like, you got to have hobbies. You got to have other shit going on. You got to keep yourself busy.
It's crazy. I've been interviewing these people for the New Yorkers, like outside of bars, and that's these people's whole lives is going to bars. They'll be like, oh, Tuesdays we go here, then we go to Jack Flanagan's on Wednesdays.
Right.
It's like, dude, you guys are wasting your 20s. At least I was on Xanax on my 20s.
No, they're not wasting it. It's just like people don't realize how much time they're spending there and how much, other things they probably could be doing. Well, they might be having fun. The problem is that there are some people who drink and don't have fun. There's a lot of people like that.
That was me for a while.
Especially with AA, where there's a lot of people who just drink and are pissed off all the time. So it's like you're not even getting the fun social aspect of it. People are drinking by themselves.
You know, the best thing for me was I didn't like the feeling of being drunk. Like
Yeah.
I don't even like the feeling of being high. I don't know why I missed that. I hated the feeling of being high, but for whatever reason, it's some chemical fucking thing in my brain.
Well, the problem is you do still have kind of an unstructured life, where it's like you can wake up in the middle of the day, and that's not like you're gonna get fired for it.
Right.
Most people have to go to work, and they have kind of a structure. So it's like when you have the whole day that you can just do whatever you want and you can make plans however you want, that's when it's like things can go kind of wacky.
I got some good news, but I don't know how good news it's going to be. The one manager at Crunch told me that he could probably get me in another Crunch. There's 2 of them 20 streets from my house. Here's the thing. It's like lower than minimum wage. Crunch Fitness.
Oh, yeah.
$16.50 an hour. I thought minimum wage was $17 an hour. How can you be lower than minimum wage?
$16.50 is the minimum. 17 is like if you're working at McDonald's. You get paid a little bit more if it's like a fast food gig.
Damn, so it is just minimum wage.
Yeah.
I mean, that's nothing. Shouldn't I try to find a higher paid job than that?
Well, if you need a job, you need a job. I think that with what this guy is probably trying to hook you up with is that once you get in at Crunch or wherever, and then you can like start hustling and be a personal trainer. Then you can hustle and find little gigs, or you can use it as like a networking thing. But yeah, besides that, that's basically like, that's as low as it goes in terms of money.
Imagine going, they're 5-hour shifts, 5 to 7 hour shifts without a break.
Wow.
So
you're just working at the front desk?
Yeah, and probably cleaning the bathrooms. You know how they do it. They probably use you for everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, if you really want to, like I said, you get this job, you try it out, and if it's not that good, you just quit.
Yeah,
you don't really need the job. You can do other stuff.
Yeah, I could hop on a cruise.
You hop on a cruise, you could get some video stuff popping. It's like the money itself is not like, you gotta imagine if you were actually you got a wife and kids who are on your ass about getting a job.
Yeah, dude, that would suck.
Then you gotta go take whatever you can get.
And then I'd be fat. Most of those dads without a job, they're fat. Have you noticed that?
Well, I mean, like the stress. Fat is tied to like stress and cortisol or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like you got some lady fucking in your ear all day long. It's like your body doesn't know how to burn the calories.
And they're fucking down in beers.
Yeah. And they're just watching Ohio State football.
Yeah.
Getting mad all the time.
They're like, I got another kid on the way.
Yeah. It ain't like it used to be.
Yeah, my one buddy got 4 fucking kids, dude. He just told me. I can't believe it.
Wow.
He's like, yeah, he goes, I got clipped. He goes, I don't know. He's like, my shit's potent.
Wow. Well, I mean, there are things to be thankful here for. When you go to AA, at least you can think, I'm not that guy.
Right.
At least I'm not that. At least you go on the cruise ship, you see the guy who's always on the cruise ship. It's like, at least I'm not that.
You know, it's
You're
crazy.
there by choice.
There's nobody in AA for lifting weights too much. Like, I know people, I see them at my gym. They're just at the gym 8 hours a day. I mean, that's an addiction, too.
Well, they're probably on the juice, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another kind of addiction right there.
So they're not trying to get clean. You know they're hitting the juice.
Yeah, well, I think there's some people who like have it in their mind like what counts as a drug, where it's like as long as this is technically legal,
Right?
It's legal somewhere. It's just like I'm not supposed to be doing it, but that's different than like buying something off the street.
You know, I replaced all my drugs with fruit, and it's not good either, dude. I ate
that's a lot of sugar.
Dude, I ate a whole watermelon and a whole pineapple last night.
That's no good.
How do I not do that? Is there an AA
moderation
for fruit?
Well, you gotta. That's why you gotta have you gotta have more protein, nice complex carbohydrates, and then if you're still hungry after that, then you can eat a little bit of fruit. But it's like that can't be what you start with.
Yeah, and that's my problem. I keep it in the fridge. It's gone.
Good habits.
I had 2 bowls of blackberries. Blackberries is at least a fruit, like, it's not like a watermelon. Dude, I ate a whole fucking watermelon. I felt sick.
Oh, wow.
And then you
watermelon's at least light.
It just
that's
makes
not
you
like
pee a lot.
Yeah, it is like very hydrating. I do say, I think the sleep schedule, you gotta, that's once you actually get that solved, I think a lot of your other stress and problems will actually kind of go away.
And the sleep
once
schedule,
you actually get that, like once that's a regular thing for you, then everything else just sort of it makes more sense.
It's hard to do the sleep schedule because I do a midnight show almost every night. I host it.
Right.
You know, the show ends at 1:45 in the morning.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude. I was just at a bar the other night. I was at the Pear from fucking 7:45 till 1:45.
Wow.
Just hanging out with drunks. I mean, dude, just seeing the dead look in your friend's eyes. You know, I feel bad you had to see that look in my eye all these years.
It wasn't good. Now you're seeing what I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
Dude,
people don't realize it, and then they, you know, that's why people are trying to look in the mirror or whatever. But it's like, this is not, you think that you're doing it because it's like making you more fun. But then you see the person doing it. It's like, that's not fun.
Yeah, this person's lost.
This person is asleep right now.
Needs a hug.
Yeah. That's also tough, is the fact that you got to be there, of all places.
Oh, dude, I forgot to say, too, man. I know we always talk. I know, dude. And everybody's like, why are you fucking hosting? The comics blame me when they don't do good on the show. They're like, bro, you shouldn't kill it so hard up top. You're the host. It's like, bro, I'm doing all new shit. It's like, how about you bring some fucking jokes to the show?
Right.
You know? But, dude, I got a tour I'm kicking off, man. I got a lot of dates. I haven't locked.
Let's plug some dates, huh?
Dude, I haven't locked in all the venues yet because I'm negotiating them. But so we got New Jersey. I'm gonna try to do Asbury Park. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that place. Philadelphia, Stamford, New Haven, Boston, Washington D.C., Buffalo, Toronto, Youngstown.
So what are these? These are booked?
Not all the way booked yet. Actually, they don't even. I start booking them in about 2 months.
Oh, so these are you're just pointing.
Yeah.
This is you like Babe Ruth pointing at the fence.
Well, these are the places where I've been told I got the most luck. I talked to a couple comics that tour, and then I looked at my fan base, and I sent out some messages and looked through old messages.
Right. Yeah.
These are where I got the most fans.
Hey, so let's run those back.
So we got New York, obviously, but New York, Brooklyn, I'm gonna try, and then we got Jersey City, Asbury Park, Philadelphia, Stamford, New Haven, Boston, Washington, D.C., Buffalo, Toronto, Youngstown, Chicago, Charlotte, and Tampa.
Wow. And what's like the target date?
Well, 2 months is when these are going to start, but, because I have to lock in the venues.
So that's what, October, November?
Yeah, I'm thinking throughout probably October, the end of October, maybe November 1st, right in that window.
Ah, yeah.
And some of these are going to be back-to-back.
Nice fall weather.
Like,
I mean, there's going to be some good if you get someone's driving you.
Yeah, Friday and Saturday will be some of these. Like, there'll be a back-to-back thing. Like, I don't know, not Philly, obviously, but not Boston, Philly. I feel like I can do Buffalo and Toronto back-to-back, like a Friday, Saturday.
Oh, right.
Chicago, I got to fly to. Charlotte and Tampa. I mean, those ones I'm definitely flying to. But Toronto isn't that far. We drive to Buffalo and Toronto, or no? Is that crazy?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I would do that. And even DC's drivable. They're all drivable but the last three, so I really got nothing to lose.
Right.
I got an opener. I'm trying to decide the merch. I got to make a link tree for the... I can't get nothing going with that punch-up. It's kind of a weird thing, so I'm not using it.
Okay.
It's like I can't get in contact with the actual people. I think the weird thing with punch-up is the site itself has the contact to the people.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you can't get their actual email in your possession.
What kind of merch you thinking?
I don't want to do T-shirts. I don't know, because I feel like that would be hard. I was going to do, like, stickers or something stupid and easy.
Oh, yeah.
You think I should try to do shirts?
Shirts is a lot of planning.
Yeah.
You got to figure out, are your fans, like, big fat guys? So you got to plan how many sizes you're buying. And then you also, you got to bring a duffel bag at that point.
Yeah, well, I'm driving to all these places, so I could bring a table and a duffel bag.
Yeah, but I mean, that's like a pretty big investment up top.
That's what I'm thinking.
So you're trying to, like, you spend all this money, then you're trying to make it all back.
I think the first run should be stickers.
Yeah.
That's the easiest thing for me. I have no clue what I'm going to sell.
Oh, yeah. Well, you better figure that out. Some wristbands going.
I got wristbands. Nobody buys those fucking things.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe stickers. People will buy $5 stickers, get somebody to design something.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know.